Hello everybody, this is the Royal Storyteller giving you all a very royal welcome back. So in today's episode, it's about a guy and a girl who are forced to share one hotel room in the city of love called Paris. And it's not just any other time of the year, it's during the time when the city, the country, and most parts of the world went down into a lockdown. The difference between other episodes and this episode is the fact that the other episodes were narrated from a third-person point of view, meaning it was narrated from an external character, not a character but as me as an author. But this story will be narrated from the main character's point of view. It will be the first-person point of view. So I hope you all enjoy it, and before I waste any more of your time, let's begin. I was fuming, exhausted, and sad, all at the same time. Before I could process all his emotions, the doorbell rang, and I had to pause myself from processing my emotions. I walked towards the door thinking it was room service or housekeeping, hoping it was one of them, because I just wanted to be left alone at this very moment. As soon as I opened the door, all of my posed emotions had been swept away. She was standing at the door with her wet hair. There's something oddly sexy about a girl with her wet hair, you know, especially when she's standing in front of your door. The water was slowly dropping from the end of her hair strands towards her shoulder because it had been raining outside. The lips were open ajar. Although she had no lipstick, they were naturally pink. One of the most naturally beautiful colors, I tell you. She didn't have to say a word, but her eyes, Chico. Her eyes, they never lie. They told me everything I had to know. She probably was feeling the same as I was and wanted to be left alone, but there was a reason why she couldn't. I let her in my room without saying a word, she walked in, sat down on her side of the bed as I sat down on mine. You know, there's some people in your life that no matter how big of a conflict or a fight you have with them, that comfortable silence, it just doesn't vanish away that easily. The feelings for each other might do, but this, the comfortable silence, it'll never go away. It's funny how the comfort in the silences is the best representative of how comfortable you are with one another. She drank a glass of water and went to change. I could hear the hairdryer from the toilet as I was peeking out the window on the 15th floor of one of the most beautiful hotels of Paris. This was the hotel where you could actually see the Eiffel Tower from the windows, just like they show in movies, I promise. I wanted to process the emotions I had before the doorbell rang, but it seemed like it vanished away. I was just as confused as you are all right now. Thankfully, my confusion was sorted out briefly by her walking towards me from the toilet. You know the city? She began. Well, actually the country is under a lockdown now. I mean, the airports, rail, road, all traveling is prohibited until the government gives a further notice. If you don't mind, I mean, I'm a bit on lower funds as well, so I just wanted to stay here. I'm gonna contact the embassy as soon as possible and try to get us out of here, as we don't know how long we'll be stuck. I heard everything she said, but I had no clue what she meant. You know, like one of those sentences where you keep on reading to prepare for the exam, but you just have no clue what it means and you simply give up. Yeah, just like those, just one of those. We both sat down on the different sides of the bed. For some reason, after what happened before, I couldn't make eye contact with her. I knew she wanted to talk it out because of what happened before. I just felt it. I always had that talent to realize what she was thinking or feeling, but she would never start the conversation. So in order to ease that tension, I began, like all the men in the world right now who could relate to me. So, about that, you know, what happened before. She looked up at me pretending she was clueless about the situation. Are we cool? I continued, obviously knowing it wasn't cool. She paused and adjusted herself and began. I think we should talk it out first. I mean, it's not about what you said, you know. I don't mind that. It's about how you said it. It really hurts the soul, you know. After she said that, I was trying to remember what exactly had I said and how. I just kept quiet and looked down. I could actually sense her still looking at me without blinking. I suddenly remembered how her nostrils would do a cute little dance when she gave that look. I couldn't help but smile. Thank goodness she hadn't seen that. So that night, we just had dinner and went to bed early. When we woke up and went for breakfast downstairs, we both could sense some tension in the hotel. All the waiters, cleaners and all the staff that would smile at us every other time had a mask on. I could see through their worried eyes pleading for help, desperate help. As we were walking past the lobby and reception, we saw a young couple, an elderly man and his son, a family of 4, and 2 ladies that were being taken to the hospital. I wanted to know, so I walked towards the reception, feeling my heartbeat get quicker with every step that I took. He told me they had all been tested positive for coronavirus and were being quarantined. He warned us to not leave the hotel, even the room if possible, as the room service would be provided. So we both returned to the room after breakfast and sat down on each of our sides of our bed. I could sense we had to say nothing, but our eyes, they told each other everything we had to know. We forgot the differences we had before and started talking normally again. I could feel she had forgiven me, although I still don't remember what I had said. I could sense that we had both realized how small our problems can seem sometimes, especially after seeing the people's reactions downstairs that they were when they knew that they were tested positive and were taken away. The agony in their screams and tears brought a chill down my spine. Those poor chaps don't even know if they will return home healthy or even return home for real. We both were just glad we were safe and healthy. In the evening, we decided to skip dinner and opened up a bottle of French wine. We put up our favorite albums on Spotify on our phones and sat down at the balcony. We were comfortable with our silence as always. We saw the sunset and the Eiffel Tower's lights being lit up as soon as darkness slowly descended upon the city. We finished the bottle of wine and went to bed, feeling at peace in each other's arms. For the time being, we felt we had everything we needed to get through these tough times. So that's it from today's episode. I hope you all liked it, and if you did like it, please press the like button and share it with as many people as you can. If there's something you didn't like about it, please mention in the comment section down below. And I've got on a lot of suggestions on my audio. I'm gonna buy a microphone as soon as the lockdown is over. That's the first thing I'm gonna do as soon as possible. And then if there's any other suggestion you want to give in the writing, or if you want to have me, if you want me to narrate something you have written, please send it to me in the comment section down below, or you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I will give the links for those in the description box below. And don't forget to press the subscribe button and the bell icon for the updates. And I'll see you next Tuesday, and until then, most important of all, stay safe.